What's going on, returning and new subscribers? This is your goddess, high priestess, Empress Kalala Bandera. Welcome all. Do not forget to wash your hands upon entering by clicking that like button if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit the bell notification. Make sure you do so, especially if these are messages that you can resonate with. Then on top of that, you can know when I go live. So welcome all. Okay, let's get into our messages, y'all. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collective to use our mind's eye to see, always in connection to the Most High. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides that guide and protect me. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, let's see what the moon has to say for you all at this moment, okay? I'm going to title this as a timeless message. So whenever you tune in, first and foremost, welcome. New romantic cycle begins, by the way. And don't let pride get in the way. Nonetheless, timeless message. Whenever you align with the energy surrounding you, within you, and this shows up on your feed, welcome and enjoy your messages. So let's see what's coming through here. Let's see what's coming through. Let's see. First card out. What do you need to release? Now, this came out in the message, in the previous message to this one, titled Eclipse Season, as we do have the eclipse season coming up the 25th and the 7th and 8th of November, depending on where you're located. First new moon in Scorpio, then full moon in Taurus. What do you need to release is the question. Let's see. Let's see. We are in a waning moon phase. You got your answer though. And it's a full moon in Scorpio. Now, where is, let me get this here. Because if I'm not mistaken, this full moon in Scorpio was in May, Taurus season. Okay, let me just locate that here. And if this is your first time here, let me say something. I use everything for these messages, okay? Just to give you as much clarity as possible, or that is being brought to my attention. Now, let me just, because I want to look at the degrees of this full moon in Scorpio so we can go further into it. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me pull up what I'm looking for here, which is the day. I feel like that was like May 15th. So let's see. The moon right now is in Leo. Okay. Let's go to May, y'all. Let's go to May. Yeah, 15, 16. Okay. Lunar eclipse. And we're having the polar opposite to this full moon in Scorpio, which will be the full moon in Taurus on the 7th or 8th of November. And mind you, this is quite the message right now. Reason being, you're being told first and foremost what to release, the negativity. Secondly, the South Node is in the sign of Scorpio, which is all about releasing anything that is toxic, or a wall that blocks you from diving deeper into your psyche to really get to the bottom found the foundation of whatever it is that is blocking you from moving forward. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to go a little bit deeper into the degrees of Scorpio. There are two messages here: woman with a gold tooth and Sharon Ferries, the dead across the river Styx. Okay, so I'm getting Athena's energy here, which is equivalent to the goddess Nike, the goddess of victory with wings. Athena would be similar, just without wings. So this is another frequency that's coming in about wings being clipped. So you're being asked at this time to release any negativity that has been built up within your psyche when it comes to you, you know, soaring. You know what I'm saying? Like taking flight. So let's see here. It says the bittersweet combination of death's lessons and life's issues and dilemmas concerning limits. Taking on the projection of the one who brings up, brings out, brings through what everybody would prefer to avoid. Deeply impressed with the humanity karmas around death, and especially around every kind of restriction and heavily pressured passage, uncovering experientially the magnitude of fears and doubts, avoidance and negations, yet almost irresistibly tempted to constellate these things, to dramatize personally the shadow worlds. A transformative path can be accessed if you forgive everybody and their astuteness and align with the redemptive currents in complete disregard of the old distortions and phobias, simply passing right through all of it to find a new freedom that is whole. Y'all, okay, whoever you are tuning into this message, I get it. I know exactly what you're feeling, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're at that point of liberation, because the next moon cycle we have coming up, as far as moving forward, would be a new moon in Scorpio. So this would be a clean slate, okay? And it's an eclipse, right? It's basically eclipsing anything from your gut that would cause you to focus on only the shadows without the balance of the light to move forward when it comes to, as we just read, the phobias and the karmic lessons that come with transformation and the lack thereof. So huge message right now while the moon is in Leo, which pertains to the solar plexus, the stomach. You're being asked at this time to release all that negativity that you know that's rising up and showing itself to you clearly, okay? Especially in a dream state. For some of you, this could be happening in a dream state. You may see people that you may know that are either a Taurus or a Scorpio, and that's just a reminder of the eclipse season coming up. They may not have had any significance in your physical waking life, but they definitely have a significance in terms of them being a Taurus and or Scorpio to remind you, listen, this is what's coming up. We have this moment to eclipse things, which means we're moving to begin anew, okay? Then we have you and your loved ones are safe. I love this because it speaks of a clear foundation with the new moon in Cancer card here. You and your loved ones are safe. So for some of you, you may be, you know, overwhelmed with what it is that you have to do, but just know you and your loved ones are safe. Do what you must do, because I feel like this is an energy. Yep, the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon is right here. Okay, this is a vibe that's like you're the one. You're the one that shifts everything. So stay focused, stay grounded. You know, as a matter of fact, let me go over to the angels and ancestors because getting a message from these cards here for y'all at this time. I split the deck and I just saw the Sun card, so definitely so much is coming to light for the wellness of fall, even if it may not appear that way. You got be graceful in movement and action. And here we got the dragon, which signifies the north node and south node with a grasshopper. Grasshopper only moves forward. So right now, things are being put into alignment. Yin and yang energy over here as well. Put into alignment so that way, when it's time to move forward, everything that's supposed to go forward will. And anything that must play its role as the tail, if it's strong enough to be the root or the tail, it will be there. But what is not, or part of that foundation, this new solid foundation we're building, is gonna go. It's gonna go to where it's supposed to go, which it won't be with you. So look at that. Look at these cards that came out here. You got harmony and love, which is the lover's card. Look at the more yin and yang energy in this shadow card coming through here. Be brave. Track down your fears and desires. Look at that. Because the new moon in Scorpio card is actually speaking about working through your fears. And it's saying here, track down your fears, but be graceful in movement and action as you're doing so. Okay, as we just read the inside degrees for the Scorpio energy, which was the full moon in Scorpio in May, which pertains to uncovering experientially the magnitude of fears and doubts, avoidance and negations, yet almost irresistibly tempted to constellate these things, to dramatize personally the shadow worlds. This is basically doing something that most would prefer to avoid. So taking on the projection of the one who brings up, brings out, brings through what everyone would prefer to avoid. So you hear where it's saying, like, do what you got to do, because some of you could be wanting others to hear you out or understand you. They're not going to understand you until you make that move, because you're doing things that in most cases people will avoid. And I'm talking to those of you who are really on this spiritual journey, 618. And obviously you are, because you're here listening to these messages, my messages. Any spiritual teacher or reader, spiritual teacher or reader that you're able to see things from a different perspective, but it's also a part of you. It shows you even things that you may not be comfortable with, but you're prepared to do what you must do. Track down your fears so you can be in alignment to your desires. As you can see, the path of this dark night, this soul here, the path of darkness, realizing how much light you have when you go through this moment. Again, doing things that most aren't comfortable or would naturally or unnaturally avoid. Okay. So for some of you, I'm also seeing here that there's love coming in. Okay. This could be literally your polar opposite, the dark and the light. Like you both share those aspects of each other. You know what I mean? So let me see here. As I said, this is going to be a timeless message because I really want to just make it brief. I have so much. It's all good though. It's all great things. It's all great things. It's all great things. So let's see here. Yeah, there's definitely chemistry. There was what's being removed, release the negativity at the root of it is all that is unrequited love here, the shadow aspect. Okay, let's see. What do we have here for the collective? What's this? Ooh, a reconciliation. I love to see it because I'm getting, this is a reconciliation with self, higher self, worth waiting for. Oh, come through. Someone from your past is returning to your life. The past few times I've done a live or posted a message here, I feel like This is really speaking of you reuniting with yourself as you see the shadow card coming through here. Okay. So this is speaking of the subconscious mind. So the subconscious is coming to the forefront, especially when it comes to a decision that must be made. Divine intervention, Jupiter and Pisces. Let me pull some tarot cards right now. Look at that. As I'm pulling these cards here, look what remains on the table. The Hierophant, a higher level of commitment, which is Taurus energy. So listen, things, when I say the energy is aligning for bliss, you can make a choice in this world of free will. With the power of free will in this box of duality, but you have this free will, Leo energy, to step outside the box, Aquarius, in the age of Aquarius, the age of the star, being your true self. Look at this, Page of Wands and the King of Wands. That's a whole lot of passion. So if we're speaking of foundation, if we're speaking of foundation, I know you can see that this is a death card right here. Yep, telling you. I feel like some of you have been experiencing a lot of slow movement. And as we were just speaking of Leo and Aquarius, there they go right here. Free will to choose based on what you know. Listen, y'all. You know what you know. Thoughts are becoming things. Mercury and Taurus. If you feel like you're still being left out in the cold, it's because you're putting yourself in positions to be. Know what you know where you're celebrated, not tolerated. And you know more of that by reuniting with yourself. And I feel like some of you have been waiting for something here. This could be love and opportunity and work, and it's coming. It's something that you're really about to see that is worth waiting for, and you're being asked to give your relationship a chance. This is not an X though, because this is right under it. This could be a situation. This could be someone that you wouldn't normally, find yourself talking to, or a type of work that you didn't see yourself doing until you cleared these walls in connection to psychic boundaries or psychic barriers where you weren't able to see the bigger picture. This is a balance that's happening where you're able to see both what's happening right in front of you and also what's happening around you. Eagle eye. Eagle. Everything's coming through here again. A lot of Taurus energy. So that's definitely speaking of that full moon. Taurus. Tell me more about this message of the reconciliation with the cards here. Ooh, Nine of Wands, Moon and Sag. Full Moon and Sag card states, something about this moon. Something about the moon. The moon right now is in Leo. Slow down. Take a breather. That's a message too. Something's moving quickly. I feel like some of you are in a situation where you can sense it's moving quickly, but at the same time, there's a different essence to it because you're not controlling it in a way that you are over expecting. That when you don't see what you've been over expecting, when you don't see what you're over expecting this time around, you're able to handle it rather than deal with it, because you change it from over expecting to just being, or just expecting, but more so just being. The moon is coming out here twice though. Now the Nine of Wands speaks of a wounded warrior. Okay, this is, I feel like now you're taking much more care of yourself, reconciling with yourself here, the divine masculine and feminine within, releasing everything that surrounds you doing so that would prevent you from doing so. What's the Nine of Wands here with this message? Ooh, as above, so below. Let's see what's here. This is a beautiful union, y'all. Some of you really manifested a wonderful union. You see it here, worth waiting for. You're manifest. The more you get to know yourself, know, and take action based on what you know, this is what you're creating. A fulfillment of heart's desires. Look at all this yellow. That was also the message in the previous video of this of the eclipse season, was the solar plexus coming through. Make plans and focus is what it said. So that way you can know exactly where it is that you're supposed to take your next step without doubt. This is a beautiful new phase for y'all. That's again the hierarchy. Let's see what's at the top here. Y'all, okay. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave this message right here. When I tell you, you manifested abundance in all areas of life, health, wealth, wisdom, everything. It's yours. It's right here, as above, so below. This is the sun is shining right up on you. You see this? Under the sun card. Oh, Mars in Pisces. You know what it is that you know your core values, you know your worth. And because you know, you are now having this reconciliation again between the masculine, feminine, right brain, left brain. Everything is in alignment. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. You're asking, what do you need to release? Negativity. You're looking right at it. Because when you do, you're gonna manifest beyond your belief. I also put that into the chat in the last video. I was like, you're at a point where what you're about to receive is something that you have yet to imagine, but it's as close as the moment that you imagine it. You're about to receive more than what you imagined. And it's as close as the moment that you imagine it. Doesn't it sound like a magician, a manifester? Come on now, y'all. Like, you know what? I love to see it. Let me get a message here from the hidden worlds. Message from the hidden worlds here for the collective. Hidden worlds. The healing temple. One, the magician. Once again, restoration, cure, and safety. You've been over the hills and valleys too. Let me read this message. I just went into like a whole. Let me get this here for you. It says here, the illumination. I now accept the powerful healing being offered. Ashe. This is on page 36 and 37. It says, once there were temples of healing where we would return again and again for delicate and subtle reweavings of energy within our system. You could be seeing a lot of spider webs too. Light and color, sound and pure vibration were our medicines. And with this attention to our total well-being, we were whole and nourished and charged with the fullness of balanced life force. This energy is returning to you. Reconciliation. Yes. Revealed. This energy, once again, is returning to you, revealed through a glimpse into the dimensional worlds where this healing still takes place. This card marks the beginning of a journey into healing, your own physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual healing. This healing adventure takes place because of a chance meeting where you are introduced to a person, place, or philosophy that can create a pathway for you to immerse yourself in the restorative process before you. This healing has links to the ancient methods used in the temples of long ago, where light and sound were interwoven within pure spaces to rework and reweave the structures within the body and soul. This ancient mythology is slowly being fed into our world, and while it is ancient and sacred, it can also be found in the most sophisticated of modern hospitals through the technologies being developed, which can assist all of us when we have need. Your own personal healing journey is beginning, and you will be met, guided, and cared for as you move through this process. There is a place of great safety and calm for you to return to, where the vibration is loving and pure, focused and high, and you will respond to the care, the energy, and the complete immersion into a healing environment. But first, you must enter. The guardian of the temple has opened their arms in welcome to you. The choice is yours. The Lovers card, choice. I now accept the powerful healing being offered. And when you make that choice, use that as your affirmation. I now accept the powerful healing being offered. Beloved, congratulations on releasing the negativity by seeing and reuniting with your higher self. You deserve this moment. You didn't, that looks like a whole cobra. You didn't, that really looked like a cobra though. You're seeing why right now. You're about to receive the why. You're about to receive the reward for your why. So reaffirm for yourself your whys as to why you choose to do certain things, to have peace that goes beyond understanding. Because in order for you to be understood, that's between you and the reflection that you see in a mirror, if that, not someone else. Peace beyond understanding is the moment you realize that you are the only one that's going to understand you. So you know where to place yourself and where to take yourself out. So you can have that peace beyond understanding. Beloved, that is your message. I am grateful to be here delivering these messages for y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live or post any type of content or more of these messages. I love you. This is Timeless. Go for yours.